Get me back. Oh, it feels good. Wow, this is really good. We have everything that we now need. Now, I've been working on editing and video content for a couple of months, most of these being practice adventures, hence my first video, which is sort of an ode to Santa Cruz in California. Somewhat of an introduction to my content, but a goodbye to my home. Now, that's not for certain, nothing is, but it really feels like a goodbye and not a see you soon. So here's a few flashes of the beaches and hikes I discovered while I relived them with the phantoms of friends and fellow travelers that I first stumbled upon them with. You can't see them, obviously, but they're there. They're for me whenever I'm walking the familiar views, looking past me, and they might be smiling or laughing, or rather laughing and shouting to a small piece of me that still remains from that time. Tiny indeed and almost entirely altered, but not dead, just not wholly intact. More so, one small leaf of a much larger branch. But the tree could not be what it is today without that once new, exciting leaf that sprouted. The leaf, of course, is forgotten and invisible to the outside eye for the magnitude of what the tree is today. But the tree remembers the leaf. The tree remembers each and every single leaf, while it reaches for the sky, stretches towards the new path of sun, and continues to grow. Those people that watered me and gave me light, they are still out there, growing and watering others that they meet. And a big, strong tree like myself now takes pleasure in the thought that others are being nurtured by such nutritious, vital elements we all need in this life to harmonize together. Now, I must address the place, as we have just addressed the people. This place is beautiful, healing, and I must emphasize that just because something ends does not mean that it is wrong or it was bad. Of course it may, but it does not necessarily. I specifically want to address it this way because I'm leaving and starting a new chapter, but I'm not condemning or forsaking what was for the time. As for the time, it was divine providence, a sacred chance of shared energy being in the exact same spot at the exact same time, and in my only life. That automatically is something. It is more than I had or would have had when you imagine what would have existed before I came into this world. So I only can take away that I lived, and I lived my only life with this shared place. How incredibly special. Nonetheless, a breakup, which is what I'm doing with this place, is necessary. The past can be great without wanting it to be your future, especially when your future is supposed to be somewhat of a tailored expression of what new things you've come to be inquisitive or even fond of. And yes, that does mean at times to surrender some ideas or practices to make room for new ones. Some things are a trade-off, and that's just as beautiful as it is bad. So cheer up, all pros and cons tend to cancel out, like how the force placed on an object puts in equal force back. And while it's never unanimously celebrational of an occasion to critique and condemn someone hurting themselves, and it's certainly not easy, and I take as much pain in it as I do heart in breaking something down so it can grow back better. But this has to be said about California. Your admirers say you're beautiful, and that's true, but your personality sucks, and you're kind of a bitch, like a complete psychopath. You're so hot, and you got all this attention, and it ruined you. You have terrible people around you, and you have absolutely no strong values and structural integrity. I mean, think about who used to be your people, and look who's around you now. Everyone has left you and is leaving you. You're also plagued by this narcissistic ideology where your diversity is a perpetual victim, and the gaslighting is crazy. You claim tolerance for all, but you hate white men and censor white pride and heroism. No, I don't care what you say about me or who you tell I'm the problem. I'm breaking up with you.
And marches on.
This relationship is toxic, and you would like me to sit here and take what you serve me about feminism this and black power that, but you call me an evil monster for advocating for myself and our interests? Yeah, beat me, follow me, lie about me, California. I'm not seeing you anymore. Same goes for your diversity. That seems to hate white people but follows us wherever we go. Also, I know your real identity, Callie, and for those who are still friends with this two-faced, bipolar bitch going by the name Callie, here's a hint. What do Epstein, George Soros, the ADL, and the biggest CEOs and execs of Hollywood and mainstream news, and 3 out of the 4 richest people in the world, and the biggest donors to both political parties have in common? And yes, it's racial. Save this for receipts. Callie and diversity, you're blocked.